It's one of the most universally acclaimed games ever made. It's hard to believe Grand Theft Auto has been around for 15 years. With GTA 5 currently in production, we thought it was time to pay homage to a brand that has truly shaped an industry.
In the beginning, 1997 to be exact, DMA Design, now Rockstar North, created a little game by the name of Grand Theft Auto. The game was released on PC, Game Boy, and PlayStation platforms and was set in 3 fictional cities. These fictional cities, Liberty City, San Andreas, and Vice City, appeared to be modeled on actual cities within the USA. Expansion packs were later released, playing to a European market and featured London. 2 years later, the second game in the series, GTA 2, was released and available on PC, PlayStation, Game Boy, and Dreamcast. Surprising fans with an interesting twist, this one was set in a rather retro-futuristic setting. It also featured improved graphics and notably different gameplay. But it was GTA 3, which hit shelves in October 2001, that served as the real breakthrough for the franchise. Set in the same time, in Liberty City, loosely based on New York City, the game brought a third-person perspective to the series, and a GPS-triggered minimap made its debut, helping to highlight both the player's position as well as those of current targets. The game also boasted better graphics and an expanded, explorable world. And while multiplayer was done away with for the most part, the obvious improvements in areas such as voice acting and plot made the game a hit. 5 variations of GTA 3 were later released, including GTA San Andreas and GTA Vice City. And then finally, in 2008, GTA 4 was released, after a 6-month delay. But a lot had happened since 2001. The 360 was now around, and as such, this was the first game in the series to be released on both Sony and Microsoft's platforms simultaneously, and then eventually, PC. Set in a revamped Liberty City, the game was now an eerily accurate rendition of New York City. With all the advances in technology and infrastructure that had been made between 2001 and 2008, GTA 4 was able to introduce online multiplayer to the series for the first time. The GTA 4th generation game, GTA Chinatown Wars, was the first game to be released on the Nintendo DS and included several new features such as small touchscreen minigames. So with over 15 years in production, it comes as no surprise that the GTA series currently offers 10 standalone games and 4 expansion packs in total. And with over 15 years in production, the game has had more than enough time to raise a record number of eyebrows. In fact, according to the Guinness World Records of 2008 and 2009, the Gamers Edition, it's the single most controversial video game series in history, with over 4,000 articles being published on the game itself. GTA 5 is coming out soon, but until then, here's some GTA trivia to get you pumped. The GTA games, GTA 3 onwards, feature close on 400 story missions with over 200 side missions, and most missions contain several stages. Former Genesis frontman Phil Collins is just one of the many celebs who have lent their talents to the game. Gracing this list include the likes of Samuel L. Jackson, Peter Fonda, and Ice-T. Worldwide, the GTA games have sold more than 70 million copies, making it the 5th highest selling game franchise ever. GTA 5 will be the first game in the series to have multiple playable characters. Fans of the series will be pleased to hear that GTA 5 is to be released late 2013 after missing its original launch window of Q2 of this year due to the need for extra development time. The game will be available for both PlayStation and the Xbox.